Merhaba. In this lesson, you're going to start making sentences in Turkish. These are the simple, basic sentences that you can make. You can start speaking Turkish. They are going to be all in third person, and it's going to, they're going to correspond to the to be form in English, which means you're going to learn to say, this is a book. This is a book, right? And how do you say it in Turkish? Bu kitap, or bu bir kitap. So, and we're going to use the vocabulary in your vocabulary list for this week. These are your immediate surroundings, such as the classroom. So try to learn them so that you can, practice the exercises in this lesson, and you can make your own sentences. So before we start, I want to say a few words about the definite and indefinite articles in English, because you will want to use them in the Turkish sentences that you're making here, because you're English speakers, right? So, good news or bad news, I don't know how you take it, but definite and indefinite articles don't exist in Turkish. So we don't have the or a or an. And so there are ways to make the object definite, but we'll talk about that later. But the easiest way to say a book is bir kitap. So this literally means one book, because bir means one. But it means both a book and one book. And so I know you're going to immediately ask, what's the difference? How do I know the difference? You're going to understand from the context. And it's not going to be that complicated, I promise. So bu kitap or bu bir kitap means this is a book. The only thing you need to remember is the order of the sentence. Bu kitap. So bu has to come first, and the second is kitap. But bu kitap or bu bir kitap is a complete sentence in Turkish. It means this is a book. So we're going to practice the vocabulary in this way. So in your worksheet, you're going to see more exercises. If you want to talk about two or more objects, you're going to make your sentence plural, right? As you can imagine. And we learned the plural suffix when we were talking about vowel harmony in the previous lesson. So if you want to say these are books, you say bunlar kitap. So as you can see, you don't make both of them plural in Turkish. One of them is going to be enough. Bu kitaplar is going to be different, so it's not going to be a complete sentence. So you're going to say bunlar kitap as a complete sentence. Bunlar kitap. So you make the demonstrative plural for this type of sentence. About the demonstratives, before we finish this lesson, you just learned that there are three types: bu, şu, o. And if you want to know the difference between them, I think they are very similar to this and that and it in English. Bu is closer in proximity, like bu, and that is şu, is a little further away. But it's hard to give you exact measurement or distance, because these are going to be very relative things. But for now, just to remember that bu is closer, and we're talking about like in really immediate surroundings, and then that is going to be a little bit further away. And o can replace these, so it can be, and also it can be used for people, right? And o kim, for instance. How do you make your sentences negative? It's easy. You're going to use the negative word, which is değil. So don't be surprised how I pronounced it. I know it's written değil, but we say değil because it's easier to say değil. But of course it's written as değil. So please pay attention to the way it's pronounced and try to say it in that way. Pay attention how native speakers are saying it in your listening exercises or in class. So you add it to your sentence. You say bu kitap değil. Bunlar defter değil. It comes in the end and it means this is not a book. These are not notebooks. Again, don't change the order of the sentence, please. And so this is it. Now you know how to make the positive sentence. Bu kitap. You make it plural. Bunlar kitap. And then you can make them negative. Bu kitap değil or bunlar kitap değil. All right, that's it for this lesson. Please finish your worksheet before coming to class tomorrow. And if you have questions, we'll talk about them in class. Kolay gelsin.